will be with Physic. So different people now. So that will be interesting. Yeah, wasn't planned to record it, but I mean, the match seems pretty good. So if we can make it happen, then we'll be pretty good. Hello? Okay, looks like I have a little bit of a problem here. Hello? Okay. Uh, okay, looks like we are here. Sorry about that. We're gonna choose fast. Oh my god, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, we're going for a Violet start. We're gonna go for the Serpent to support it. Growl into Fire Lord later on. And 10 will be that. That's looking okay-ish. So let's do with that. So the Windhawk start will be with the Growl. So we'll decide a little bit later what it will be exactly. So we got a Gate Guard sending to us. We're sending to a Growl ourselves. We're gonna play it safe. We're gonna stay 4 workers, build the Windhawk. For that we need to send a little bit here. Susceptible. I mean, he has a Gate Guard, so I don't think he goes for an egg, but I can always be wrong. But I need that Windhawk out, so fast wave. So it might be, and he does reach enough for the with a Gate Guard for a 20 yet again. So it's safer if I go for the Windhawk here. I guess I received, but it was a bit better like this. So it's not an egg, but he holds because he added the tier 1. Toikan going for the weird opening. And we have a Nightmare on our side, so it's okay. 130, yeah. So we'll get the Finhawk. The Violet, I mean, sorry. We could have sent for the 5th worker. Yeah, I'm stupid. It's a 5 worker opener if we send. That's fine. I mean, a bit slower on the worker. It's not going to hurt us too much. We're gonna only go 5 worker. Okay, no, we're gonna go 6 here. Wait, what? Okay, that's the first time I see that. Well, we're gonna destroy the egg, I guess. So I'm susceptible a little bit to a fiend. So just gonna build that here. Then so it just buys extra time. Gonna shift the rest. Yeah, that's fine. When double ranger, he's still gonna lose it against a brute. Don't use Snell, it's fine. We're gonna get the Badger. Egg is dead. But that's a high worker egg. Kinda weird. But if I would have sent for the 5th worker, he would have leaked it. So, a bit of a misplay by me. Like to not realize it was a 5 worker start. I mean, this is fine. We're a bit late on everything right now. We could go for a resend here, but we can only get a 40. He's still very weak on 7, so we possibly just go 7. Are we expecting a send here like a Hermit? Yeah, double DT, so we can push 3 because we've got our arcane tank already. So we're pretty good next wave, so that's why we're pushing heavily. So he's holding us a slow wave, totally fine. We said we're aiming for a koala, well, a serpent at least. Push to 9, a little bit risky, but we're strong here. If we get a resend, we're in a good position. I don't think the resend will come. I think they will both go on the next wave. Makes sense. He went for the Daphne, so this means he's pretty bad next wave. If we get a bag leader, it's pretty good, but we'll see what we get. I need to send now. Perfect, we got it. And we get either another Badger, which isn't that bad, or preparation for next wave. If we do that, we're not in a good position for coilets. That might be an issue. What we can do is something like that, so this tanks the split. Seems pretty good. Violet is doing work as well. It's not ideal, but still pretty fine because they're both leaking quite more than us. There's Pack there as well on the king. But on our side, we have Ziggy holding for us, and so yeah, the idea was correct, but the Violet didn't tank anything, so that was the issue here. If the Violet would have tanked partially, it would have been way better. But we didn't have the best value either, so. Yeah, E resends. That's good. We prepare for with 10. Maybe extend. Gonna extend the split here. Okay, looks okay. DT is going onto the split, pretty good. Joining back here. The DT is dragged on. That's perfect. Gonna ask him if he wants 11. Okay. So we're gonna remove the worker we queued up because we don't want to push that much if we go 11. Resend doesn't conclude to anything against Toikan, but it's still pretty good. We pretty much want a deep quarter next wave. So it's looking pretty good. As of now. Maybe extend that a little bit. Buy more time, things like that. Ask him if he gets the double, that's crucial. Okay, then it's a risk. So we've set him to send if he needed, because it's quite crucial that he's able to hold here. Because we're not holding, and that's the biggest issue for us right now. We can do something like that. Alright, and here we go. There's the moment of truth. Going 11 with a C-drum. He only has Pierce here. The boar will do little bit of damage. The Hydra will be dealt with in time. So we're looking at bit. Almost held on us, but it's fine. That's just extra time for Sen. Allows us so Ziggy to recover some of his missing Mythium. I'm gonna go for the rest after income. There's one savior already, maybe two. Or can I keep the devilfish here? For sure. There's two savior on them. I'm gonna do that. So he only has a red eye and nothing much more, so that's pretty good for sending afterwards. Don't get the DT. But we have a leak here for Marek only. Surprising how this did well. Because he had no damage whatsoever. So Ziggy has a little space, that's the idea. We're pretty good on 13, 14, 15 we can be good as well. We're gonna prepare for this wave here. We're lacking pierce damage, this is our pierce damage. This wraps around. Now Token is not invincible. He does have, yes, the Holy Avenger, but there's no buff on it. At least not yet. Ask him what he wants to do. So we still don't have an answer. Okay, he has no idea. Can I bring that further down so that maybe it goes on the Templar? It would be very good for us if it does that. Let's see what they do. If they send here, then we're gonna go for 15. But I think they go 14. Or do they? Let's go 15. I think I'm at a decent spot to be going for that. And I think the dop hole as well is in a great spot with the bunk. I don't think we have much to fear. Hmm. It's okay, we keep to our plan. We just extend. Make that this. Might have been a mistake. Might have been a mistake. It's always what we hope. And we are rewarded. We are rewarded. Yeah. Yeah. And now I still think we go. We're doing pretty decent. We're delaying. That's the most important part. Nice, we get a pack leader here. So why the pack leader is simple. The sole reason that is It's just it's protected by the ram. So since it's a range wave and you have a huge tank, and the tank is good against everything that has been shown from Marek, then it's a very good addition to do. Gonna go for another Violet here, and we're gonna prolong that here. Oh, that might have been a mistake, but might be okay. Yeah, now the siege ram is taking the bulk. And that is a leak. And that's probably a leak as well on Toikan. Yeah, those are not small leaks here. Hmm. Logical thing for them is to go for 17. If we live, if they live, do they live? It's close. They do live. Okay, so now we need to spam those wanderers, I think. Or maybe we just spam King Claws. Yeah, I think it's King Claws. Go for a Violet, King Claw. We'll see how this one goes. Because pretty much what they want to do is to full push and kill us on 17. That's pretty much what they want to do. So if we just survive here, it's looking pretty decent. Ziggy has a great front line with the bunks and stuff like that. He just doesn't have much damage to double. Yes, nice damage, but I don't think it's enough. So he might leak, but I think I'm looking decent overall. It's gonna be close. Toikan did push a lot, as I expected. And same did the other one. But the only thing we need to do is just not die, which is easier said than done, of course. Right now it's looking pretty good on my side. Centaur is getting sniped, there's not a lot of remaining. Yeah, everything is super low, everything is pretty low here as well. So that's pretty good for us. It allows us to go here as well. So that was their play. That was their only play to come back. Is try to kill us on 17, so that's why I didn't push earlier. And that allowed us to not leak too bad, which was the crucial part here. And now we just spam here. Alright, so this is decent. Yeah, we're gonna do pretty well. He has a lot of magic damage. He has the double as well. And we're gonna get 2 dinos here. 2 dinos should survive the initial impact, but also they take damage initially, so it delays also pretty much everything. Pack leader got sniped, but did a little bit of work as well. Yeah, easy hold for Ziggy. We're gonna leak here, but that's no problem. And they are both leaking quite heavily, and that's a game. Our only goal was to hold wave 17, so us leaking 18 is not a big issue. Because after 17, there's no weak wave from Ziggy's composition, so we just needed to get past that, and after that we were in a winning position, and we take it here against Toikan and Marek. So pretty nice one. Was a bit tricky. Had a bug early on, but still in 30 seconds we managed to pick a roll. We had a huge gamble on 14. They only went for income king ups, which saved us quite a bit of trouble because I was able to hold then on 14, and Ziggy was leaking, but it was enough for me to hold, extend the wave a little bit, and that was really crucial. Like them not going full here was their what was their issue, to be fair. Like I was behind at that point, just because my send here wasn't as successful as we wanted. Maybe the imps could have been replaced by a cannoneer. That could have been something. But we would have leaked anyhow, which wasn't the best situation. But the fact that we decide to stay low worker here and decide to go for a long save was very good for us because we had the value then, similar to everybody. And so if there was a send, we were able to hold it on a strong wave because of the Ocean Templar. So this is the utilization of the Ocean Templar. Pretty much what happened is that they saw Marek being struggling on wave 13, so they reacted, oh, wait, we don't have a Holy Avenger with a buff, we might be in trouble, so we're gonna go for Income King Ups to protect ourselves because we are already ahead, which is very true at this point. They were ahead, but here it's just the call, the difference in the call here. We saw Marek almost leaking on 13, but that's pretty much just because it was only pierce damage. So we stayed calm and decided we need to gamble if we want to win. And a little bit unfortunate, Ziggy not holding, um, but did extend the wave here. So we took a little bit of king damage. Almost nothing, I almost covered everything. But that was crucial for us to be able to get them big on 15. And then at that point, we swapped. That means that we were now ahead because of those leaks. If this wasn't successful, then they would have kept ahead because they had the king ups. A little bit sad that it didn't work. Maybe the pack leader was the issue here because it got sniped quite fast by the boars here. So maybe changing that in the future by something ranged, like a Drake or Cannoneer even, could result into better stuff. I think there's still improvement to my sense to how to do them, but it's just on elements very good to have a ram plus pack leader, but the burst damage of the boar really makes it so that this pack leader is not really useful. Even on 18 we saw a similar thing. I almost reduced to 0 That was pretty interesting to see. Ziggy almost holding on 17 was crucial as well. Me leaking might have leaked a little bit too much, but they were all low HP, so that what saved us also. Is that we didn't have king ups, but the lower HP of the minions did help the king to cut them down. So on that, I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Hope you liked it, and see you next time.